risotto. It was really good.
Mm. All right, my mouth's watering here in New Hope. That's the prime rib is usually Wednesdays, but if they have enough, that's when they roll it over
on Thursday. Yep,
and Thursday as well. So there was enough there.
Yep.
So
that was
Didn't tell me you were going to Nick's last night.
I thought I did. Yeah, we had fun.
Glad y'all had fun. Gary kicks us off on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Gary?
I'm doing great, guys. Hope y'all doing good, too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, I'm driving around, so I can't look it up. I'm thinking Howard Cross was from out there.
He was from New Hope. Absolutely. He's from
right.
New Hope.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good, a Tennessee fan, to remember that.
Well, yeah, what was interesting, too, is, Howard's a sharp guy. He was he started at Alabama in some games. He's just 17 years old.
Wow.
He wasn't even 18 yet.
Yeah. Well, let's do that Pick 2. I know people are waiting.
All right, let's start it off. Auburn at Arkansas. Auburn is a 4-point dog on the road.
I'll go with Arkansas.
Again, we don't use point spreads. We're just conveying that for information purposes only. We want winners on this show. Ole Miss is at Tennessee. Who you got, Rebs or Vols?
Oh, wow. I'm hoping Tennessee does it. So I'll go with Tennessee.
Your tiebreaker, I want total points for the air raid tomorrow against the Alabama defense.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Who are they playing?
Mississippi State's playing Alabama tomorrow.
Oh boy, they're going to kick Mississippi State butt. Let's say 24 points. That's it.
24 for the Pirate. There you go. Thank you, Gary.
Have a good day.
What do you think, Wes? Well, how many points are we going to see out of the air raid?
I have no idea. I mean,
I don't either. That's why I went there.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think they'll score some points, though. I mean,
it won't be a shutout like last year.
No, I don't think so.
That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, it really is, and especially a team like that. And Alabama's defense really has not come together for 4 quarters. They play pretty much a quarter and a half, pretty good every game, and that's about it. So until it's kind of like show me at this point. Now they're saying they've had their best week of practices.
Yeah, they're saying that.
Yeah, so I just hope they show up for the game. I mean, I think that history says they will, and I wish, maybe this game woke them up. It's woke previous teams up before, and they've gone on to win the championship. So, or play for it, one of the two.
I don't know the answer to this question. When's the last time Alabama's lost 2 consecutive games? Was it 2010?
It was they didn't lose consecutive games in 2010. I think it was
maybe 07?
Yeah, Coach Saban's first year.
Okay.
Yep.
Because the only reason I went 2010 is because I knew they lost 3 games that year. So that's
but none of them were back to back. Yeah, they lost.
Cliff. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Cliff is on line 2, and he's next.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We're good. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. Hey, y'all out in my hometown tonight, New Hope.
Well, swing on by. We got high school Friday night lights going on.
Yeah, man, I live up by Tennessee now.
You had did you leave because of Rat Cephas?
No, remember, I'm the one who told y'all about Rat when he fought the bear down there at the Ponderosa.
Yeah, there is no timeouts in bear wrestling.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. That was my dad and my uncles used to hang out with Rat. They all used to party and drink together and stuff.
Rat Cephas drinks?
I heard over the years.
So what else did you hear?
Rat Cephas. Well, the moonwalk that time, he moonwalked off the stage up at Sandy's.
Sandy's.
But yeah, well, Rat, he's a legend out there for sure.
Well,
on a serious note, the old Rat, he is super smart, man. Like he can tell you stats from the 60s and 70s on stuff that nobody else would know.
Loves Pistol Pete. There's no doubt about that either.
Yeah, you're right.
I can report that I do see some construction a little south of the football stadium here. They're starting to build some new homes in New Hope.
Yeah,
all over Madison Academy.
That's going to be the last place in the county to grow.
Well, it's about to grow out here. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
All right, Cliff. Auburn at Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And Ole Miss in what is the homecoming of Lane Kiffin as a head coach back to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Total points for the air raid tomorrow.
Let me get 27.
It is yours.
All right, guys. Y'all enjoy your weekend.
Likewise. Thank you, Cliff. Shane Sean, you are next on a Pick 2 Friday.
How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to take Arkansas, but only because they're at home. I would take Auburn if they was at home.
All right.
I
think that would end a 5-game losing skid by Arkansas.
Yep. Yes, sir, it would. I am going to take Tennessee, but only because I think their defense may be just a little bit better than Ole Miss's. And I am going to take 17 points, please, sir.
It is yours. Anything else on your mind?
No, sir.
Have a good weekend.
That's about it.
All right.
I'm buying my wife. Me and my wife are buying a new car right now, so I don't really have time to think or talk. So.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Be wary of that glossy shine out there.
Oh, no, it ain't that. I sold cars for a really long time. I'm getting the friends and family discount here, so we're good.
There you go. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Shane Sean. DJ is on line 1.
Guys. Well, Wes,
yes, sir.
It sounds like you could have used my gift card last night.
No.
You laid on thick, didn't you?
Yeah. You don't know half of it. Good time was had by all.
Wow.
Okay. All right. You guys doing all right today?
Wes is better than I am,
yes,
evidently.
we're doing good.
Okay. I want to get in there and just play for pride because I don't think I'm eligible.
You are not.
Yet, but
Not yet.
I just for the thrill of it.
Auburn at Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Vols playing host to the Land Shark Rebels.
I picked Tennessee to win the gift card last time. I'm going to stay with them. How about that?
All right. And total points for Mississippi State.
That guy took 17, didn't he?
He did. But you're not eligible, so you can.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll roll with it then. I like that. I like the sound of that.
All right. It's yours.
I hope he wins. So.
Thank you, DJ.
Guys, have a great one, okay?
You too. 256-576-4977 is the telephone number. Crimson Carl is on line 2. I hear you getting out of the car, Crimson Carl.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Good. How you doing?
Just living another good day.
It's a beautiful day here in New Hope.
Yeah, I'm here in Huntsville. But, yeah, let me jump on this picture.
All right. Auburn is at Arkansas.
Let's take Arkansas.
Tennessee and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Total points for Mississippi State.
10.
It is yours.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you, Crimson Carl. Likewise. Jason is on line 3. What say you, Jason?
What's going on, guys?
Maintaining. How about you?
Yeah, I moved from Huntsville up to Aiken, South Carolina, so I got to
Wow.
put up with the Clemson and Georgia bunch.
Well, the Georgia bunch right now, the Clemson bunch, I'm not so sure right now.
Yeah. They're in the witness protection program right now.
Yeah, they're the silent bunch, but the Georgia bunch, man, they're
Noisy.
I went to the Miami game and in Atlanta and went out after that, and after they beat Clemson, 10-3 or wherever it was, they were chanting, "We want Alabama." So
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
They've been getting Alabama for years and years now.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe, guys, this could be it. It could be Georgia's year. I mean, they got the momentum, they got the players, they got the coaches.
I don't think they're going to win it. I think they're going to do really well. I don't think they have the quarterback to win it.
Yeah, I don't. That defense is just brutal.
Well,
So you like Oklahoma, or who you like?
Anybody that has a good defense, that can have a good defense and score, and then be able to score some points. A good quarterback. They have yet to play one good team with a quarterback.
Yeah.
Haven't done it.
Will that happen this
We
weekend?
shall see.
You like Levis?
Well, no, I mean, I think that. I just don't think. I think Kentucky is overachieving. It's going to take somebody that has the same talent level to beat Georgia. That's my opinion. Now, they could lay an egg. They do every year. I mean, they're acting like they've won 10 national championships all in the last 20 years, and they've won 0. So they seem to. Last year, after they beat Auburn, they went around beating their chest, and Alabama handed their tail. I mean, I think Alabama could beat them, but Alabama's defense has to get better before they play them. If they played them right now, they wouldn't beat them. Just because I don't think we can stop them, anybody, the way we're playing right now.
I told my wife, we still watch the game till midnight. I told her the best thing that can happen to Alabama is they lose. She got up and went to bed. She said, "I can't believe you said that." I said, "No.
It was your fault, right?
Yeah, no, I said
According
the
to
best
her.
thing they can do is to lose.
Yeah.
And you know what that does? I wouldn't want to be Mississippi State. I wouldn't want to be anybody now. After I bet the practice this week was like, unbelievable. I wouldn't want to be in Alabama's way right now. I'll put it that way. So I went ahead and bought my tickets to the championship game and everything. But let me
Did
get
that
on
make
the
up
pick.
for your comment? Or did that? See, look at there, honey. I bought tickets to Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, "What's up with that?" I was like, "Hey, we'll be there." I'm confident we'll win until we play Georgia. We'll see. I've seen a lot of football like Wes and you guys have, so we'll see. But I got this gut feeling it's Georgia's year.
Well, they are the best team.
I hope I'm wrong.
They're the best team right now, and I've been saying it for weeks. I just don't think they have that they're going to have a quarterback that can get them out when some things go wrong, when somebody blocks a punt on them, or they have trouble scoring, and somebody throws a couple touchdowns. The quarterback gets hot. They have yet to play a good quarterback, and I think when they do, that's when they'll be challenged.
Bryce Young, he's a real deal.
Well, I think Bryce Young is, and the rest of the crew needs to get on board. Right now, we got number one, the guy from Ohio State.
They need to catch the passes, Wes.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
When it hits in your hands, you got to catch it. I'm against the whole running. I mean, throwing the ball 3 times when you're down in red zone. I would run it. Of course, I don't make $8.5 million a year. But
yeah, on first down they had a touchdown. I mean, I agree with you. I thought on second down they should have run it and took 3 downs to run it in if they had to. But you got to catch the ball when it's right in your hands, and that was another big drop. I mean, the drops, they killed him, so.
Yeah, and the turnover.
It's going to be interesting. I think Florida could give Georgia a game, possibly, if the quarterback got hot. But it's going to take something. Florida's going to have to play a lot better than they've been playing. But it only takes one game for you to get beat. We've been watching that forever.
Right. No doubt.
South Carolina beat Georgia 2 years ago at Georgia.
Yep. It was a home game, yeah. Kept Will Muschamp around for another year because of that.
But who put somebody in a shotgun forever and all of a sudden under the center and try to hand it off?
Well, I think you ought to be under center at the one. Oh yeah. My pet peeve is being at the shotgun. My pet peeve is if it's fourth or third or second in less than one that you don't run the quarterback sneak. If you run it right, it's impossible to stop. I don't care who's the nose guard, who it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible to stop.
When's the last time Bryce Young has been under center and handed it off to a runner?
Well, I think he does it once or twice every game.
Crazy. Hey, I get off. What's
you want to hop on pick 2?
Yeah.
It is Auburn at Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And Ole Miss at Tennessee.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Total points for Mississippi State tomorrow.
I'm going to go 9.
It is yours. Thank you, Jason.
Hey, thanks, guys.
That's a way to get out of the doghouse right there, courtesy of Jason. You talk bad about your team that you like, and then you turn around and buy SEC championship tickets. So there you go. Lesson learned. John and James will get right to you after our first time out. It's a Pick 2 Friday, brought to you by Nick's Ristorante. A line is open for you.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Sitting here with Ann Adams of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Rise Real Estate. Is it a good time to sell your home, Ann?
Yes, it is. We have people relocating from all over the country.
Why should we choose Rise Real Estate?
Well, we've been selling real estate in North Alabama for 36 years and have sold more real estate than any other real estate company, period.
Do you help your customers through the entire process?
Yes, our agents are with you during the whole process from start to finish, from beginning to end.
In your relocation services, you have a whole team.
Yes, we have a dedicated relocation department helping customers move seamlessly into the area.
Ann Adams has been writing contracts for the last 36 years. She has the experience to help you list and sell your home, downsize your home, or help pick the perfect spot north of Alabama for you to build a future.
Call Ann Adams at 256-337-2625 or on the web at www.bhhsriserealestate.com.
Never mind fall and football being in the air. We want to taste it.
And never mind not being able to tailgate at the game. Let's create the ultimate barbecue experience in your own backyard.
You said it, Foster Brooks, and that's where Brooks & Collier comes in. Big selection of outdoor furniture.
And a big selection of grills and smokers like Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blaze, even DCS, and more.
This is the good stuff.
And Paul, we definitely got the accessories. And remember, we deliver. Visit us at 813 Meridian Street and shop online at brooksandcollier.com.
At Bryant Bank, we recognize your time is valuable, and easy, secure access to your finances is essential. That's why we provide the financial tools you need to manage your money on the go and make life a bit easier. At Bryant Bank, we're here to help with instant debit cards, Apple Pay, person-to-person payments, and more. Bryant bankers want to show you how beneficial our digital banking services can be. Learn more at bryantbank.com. Bryant Bank. Live legendary. Member FDIC.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Have you ever found exactly the right new car or truck with the exact features that you want and nothing else? Well, at Woody Anderson Ford, we can promise you just that. Hey, Bobby White back again, and you can now factory order your new Ford today, and you'll get your new car or truck exactly the way you want it. And there's no extra cost to custom order. Plus, you get $1,000 off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates. This applies to 2021 F-150, Explorer, Ranger, and Expedition. It's a win-win with a custom order at Woody Anderson Ford. You get the colors, the features, and the options that fit your life. Plus, you get notified when it's built, shipped, and ready to deliver. Listen, buying a new car or truck is likely the second largest investment you'll ever make. So why settle? Get exactly what you want with a custom factory order today. And get $1,000 off MSRP. See how at WoodyAndersonFord.com or at the corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
It's an amazing time in our industry. Things are changing so rapidly. With digital signatures and workflow software, we help our customers work from anywhere. This helps you save time and money and upgrade your technology. Like I said, it's an amazing time to watch our customers grow and succeed.
Just ask anyone. The Liosi Group.
Guys, when we were 20, we never had to worry about spontaneity. And now that we've gotten older, spontaneity has been replaced with pills and injections. We're just trying to keep that intimacy, but it's taken away from spontaneity. At Advanced Life Clinic, we now offer GainsWave, which uses sound waves to non-invasively treat this issue with no need for pills or injections. Just give us a call, 256-888-9367, or check us out online, advancedlifeclinic.com.
Mark and Henry McDaniel, attorneys at law, are proud alumni of Madison Academy, and Madison Academy is proud of them. They have served our community through their practice, through volunteerism and service on national, state, and local boards. They explain the complexity of critical court rulings on local media. Their successful practice has been built on integrity. Both are veterans of MA Athletics and proud sponsors of Mustang football. McDaniel and McDaniel, attorneys at law. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by the lawyer.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at WoodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
It is Pick 2 Friday. I am live here at Jack Mitchell Stadium on the campus of New Hope High School. Wes Neighbors is back in the studios of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Thank you, Smokey Mike, for letting me know I am back. So, Smokey Mike there behind the board. Smokey Mike, how do you feel about your Vols this weekend?
Oh, buddy. It is a sold-out Neyland Stadium, the first time since 2017. It is Checker Neyland. Peyton Manning's going to be there. All the gimmicks are going to be right there for.
They keep rolling Peyton there, and he hadn't done anything yet. They've been rolling Peyton out for about 5 years now.
All right,
so it's not Florida weekend, right?
Here's the thing. It's the first of the gimmick guys that is coming into Neyland Stadium. The first one that caused all this dysfunction of Vol Nation. And now it is time to get rid of the demons.
Blaming it all on Lane. Just blaming it all on Lane. All right, John, you're up next. You're on line 1 on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, John?
Doing great. Love y'all's show.
Appreciate that.
So who do we have as our first pick?
Auburn at Arkansas. Hogs and Tigers or War Eagles, however you want to call them.
I'll take Arkansas, please.
Ole Miss is at Tennessee.
Sorry to offend your buddy, but I'll have to pick Ole Miss.
The instigator right there is John. Your tiebreaker is total points for the air raid tomorrow, Mississippi State against the Alabama defense.
I'm really hoping the Tide rolls and scores a lot of points. I think about 27.
27 is good with that combination. It is yours, John.
Okay, thank you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Likewise. James, you are next, sir, on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. How are you, James?
What up, what up? How you guys doing?
Doing well. You?
Not bad. Getting ready to go see my son play some high school football at Buckhorn tonight.
Who do they have tonight?
Muscle Shoals.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
That ought to be a slobber knocker right there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yes, it will. Well, enjoy the high school Friday night lights. Hope you can avoid the raindrops. And hopefully we can avoid the raindrops since we're set up on top of a press box.
Yeah, that sounds good. Hey,
I hope it doesn't lighten it either.
I appreciate that.
Wes,
yes.
I played at Huntsville High with your brother Keith.
Okay, yeah.
He was I was the kicker and the punter, and he was my snapper.
How was he?
When he was, he wasn't bad. No, he was hurt a lot, but he was firing back there.
Yeah, he was a good center. I mean, he was a linebacker center, kind of what I played. Keith said he had to play center because I did. That's what the coaches. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I went and watched y'all play a couple of times. Made special trips to come and y'all had good team. The Andersons on there and
right.
Oh, who's our buddy from Southern Miss? His name's
Pat Wynn.
Pat Wynn. What a great guy, Pat Wynn. Runs the Boys and Girls Club here.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's super fella. Y'all had some players now. Elite Ike, Batson. The midget Michael Nelson.
Right. Yeah. I got to know your dad a little bit too because he would come to practice, and I was a kicker, so after I got done kicking, I would go over and talk to him.
That's an interesting conversation, I imagine.
Oh yes, I got a lot of good stories from your dad.
He was a lot of fun. We miss him greatly.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Well, my son is Van Reed, and he is the kicker at Buckhorn, and he is a hard-working dude. 10th grade. He's had a good year.
Good.
Well, good luck to Buckhorn. I live 2.2 miles from Buckhorn High School.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that.
All right, James, you want to hop on pick two?
Yes, I do.
Auburn at Arkansas.
I'm going Auburn. I think Coach Harsin is going to have him ready to go.
Ole Miss travels to Rocky Top.
I'm going Ole Miss.
And total points for the air raid against the Alabama defense.
19.
It is yours. Thank you, James.
Okay, man. Thanks.
Enjoy your Friday night. Oh, I got somebody holding on one, but let's talk to Will on line 3. How are you, Will?
I'm doing good, guys. How are y'all doing?
Doing well.
Okay, I'd like to get on the pick two. I'm actually on my way to Hartsville, Alabama to watch my best friend. He's the offensive coordinator over here at Hartsville, so I'm hoping he can keep scoring points like he's been this season.
Who do the Tigers have tonight?
They have got Hazel Green Trojans. So
isn't that Kane Stadium?
Yeah, JP
Kane Stadium.
JP Kane. So, his grandson has a
Kane.
Yeah, has a big Christian hit, right?
Yes, sir. It's him and his two sisters. So actually, I I grew up playing football with Logan, and he was a year above me. I graduated the year before Hartselle won the state championship.
Well, their dad worked for the university. Their dad and their dad's
Yes, sir.
brother both did when I was there.
Yes, sir. Charlie. and,
who's a preacher, right?
Yes, sir. He is. Yes, sir.
So is there
Yeah,
a
they're a
story
real good
behind the
family.
fact that the jerseys look like Alabama, but they're called the Tigers? Is there
You know,
any story behind that?
I haven't ever found one out. I think it's just, happenstance, I guess. But, and then I got confused going into my junior year when we took Missouri's Tiger logo. So,
Yeah.
we're
That's
kinda-
right.
we're
Well,
kinda
they
all
used to
three
look.
now.
They used to run the triple option. Their quarterback actually played at Houston, was the MVP of the All-Star game. I'm trying to remember his name right now. I was but we played them. They were number 1 in 3A, excuse me. Back then that was the second highest. We were number 2 in 4A. They wet down y'all hosed the field down before the game. I mean, it was just
And it didn't stay with Wes at all.
no.
No.
I'll never forget it. They did every.
What year was that? 1981?
No, it was
79?
It was 1980. I was a sophomore. I'll never forget it because they look like Alabama. Their jerseys had tearaways, the whole 9 yards. Running the triple after.
And still to this day, they don't put last names on the jerseys. It's just the numbers on the helmet.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like
it's
back in the old day.
It's an honor to wear that red helmet at Hartselle High School. So.
What was that guy's name? He was really good, the quarterback. Coach Bryant was mad when they did because he was a little undersized, so they didn't offer him a scholarship, and he went to Houston and did real well at Houston, but he got the MVP, and the other we beat the South. The North beat the South that year. They used to be just North-South before that Mississippi Alabama All-Star. On their side, they had Patrick Washington was their quarterback. Tommy Agee was their fullback. Bo Jackson and Allen Evans were their tailbacks. And we shut them out.
Tommy Agee and Bo Jackson, that's not too bad.
And we shut them out. and everybody on the defense, except for 1 or 2 on the North's defense, got drafted.
Wow. So what year did you graduate high school, Wes?
I was 82.
Okay, so my dad was the quarterback at Scottsboro. He graduated in 83.
Oh,
so
yeah. I've met him several times. They beat us on the last play of the game. Yeah, they beat us on the last play of the game, and I'm sacking him as he throws the ball. Now
that's not called a sack, Wes.
Well, no, I am in the process of sacking him. I knocked the dog out of him. He throws it. He finally admitted to him the third time I met him that the guy that caught it wasn't who he was throwing it to.
Oh, hey, don't worry. He still hasn't admitted that to me.
Yeah, he admitted it to me. He did admit it to me.
At least you got that. At least.
No, he played very well in that game. It was like double overtime. We got beat.
Well, see, and he had broken his wrist before the Arab game, and they're losing in the fourth quarter. And he tells me all the time that he comes down there and cuts his cast off, and said, "Hey, I had to finish that game. We weren't going to beat Arab, and I wasn't going to lose to them." So,
yeah, that was a good game. That was my first game I ever played at linebacker.
Oh, okay.
I never played both ways. I played center and linebacker.
Well, see, and y'all talked to a guy that I appreciate a whole bunch. That's Coach Bob Gotze. That was my coach at Hartselle, and I love him to death. That's a
good man.
Great man.
He's a good man.
The name of the quarterback, thanks to Laney
Smokey
here.
Mike?
No, Smokey Mike's asleep in there. He just looked at me like, what? It was Cameron Mims.
Cameron Mims,
was the name of the quarterback.
I was trying to look it up.
Yeah. So.
All right, Will, let's hop on pick 2. Auburn at Arkansas. Who you got?
Let's take Arkansas on that one.
Mm-hmm. Ole Miss and Tennessee.
I interned with Smokey Mike when he was with Tom Abraham at a different station. and I hate to do this to him, but I'm going to take the Lane train.
Total points for Mississippi State is your tiebreaker.
How about 13?
It is yours. Thank you, Will.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
All right. I've done this many a time, but I've never done this from New Hope. Let's head out to the Breezeway on line 1.
Hey.
Sounds like are you at the game, Rat Cephas?
No, it's a long walk.
There's only one way to
3 mile walk.
About 10 miles.
One step at a time.
Hey, so you need to be give the closing arguments, be the for New Hope and be represented and do the game with Steve. He'll give you another mic up there.
Come on. Yeah, I've got another headset. Come on up.
Is Steve already there?
Yeah, he's on top of the press box.
I am looking at the scoreboard here at Jack Mitchell Stadium.
Did you know Jack?
I remember, yeah. Yes, I do.
That was a long way to say yeah.
I didn't play football there. I didn't even go to New Hope. But he was teaching college courses. Yeah. So I was taking some college courses, and I made the honors.
So you were taking some college courses at New Hope High School?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
How to Survive Prison.
By Jack Mitchell.
Jack Mitchell was one of my teachers, and it was mostly veterans that was going there. And I made the honor roll.
Wow.
The Rat Cephas honor roll.
Yeah. How to wrestle a bear.
And
how to moonwalk without falling off the bar.
It's an honor roll, right?
Yeah, well, he didn't make the honor roll on that one.
That bear was terrible Ted.
Yeah, terrible.
He was,
no timeouts in bear wrestling.
It wasn't that baby bear. No, it was the big bear.
I bet it was.
And there's no timeout.
In bear wrestling.
No timeout.
Oh, man.
Hey, welcome to New Hope, Steve.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I wish I could get up there, but it's a 3 mile walk.
It sounds like you're 7 miles closer than you were.
I got someone down below listening to this.
I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
It's well publicized.
I hear it every day.
This is our daily reminder.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
It is a reminder, and it's a good reminder.
It is. Now, you going to get on pick 2, Rat Cephas?
Might as well. Came down.
Mine as well. Auburn is at Arkansas.
I'll go with Arkansas.
And Ole Miss is at Tennessee.
Mississippi.
And the tiebreaker is total points for Mississippi State against Alabama, Rat Cephas.
I'll go with 50.
50 is yours, Rat Cephas.
Hey, welcome to New Hope, Steve.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be here. I was hoping I might get a welcoming committee here with you leading the way, but I guess that's not happening. I guess he's done. That'll do it for this segment. Claude and Bama Bino will get right to you after our final timeout here in this 5 o'clock hour. It's a Pick 2 Friday. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Luganbill here for Woody Anderson Ford. When I was in the Tennessee Valley, one of the things that impressed me the most was the quality of the people. People like Bobby White and his team at Woody Anderson Ford. And now you can experience the tremendous new service lanes and showroom at Woody Anderson Ford, at Jordan and Sparkman, or just stop by for breakfast or lunch at Henry's Mustang Cafe. And in Madison, visit Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, just south of 72. Like a great college football tradition, always there, Woody Anderson Ford.
Sitting here with Mark Kent of Southern Fidelity Mortgage Group of Huntsville. Mark, do you help pre-qualify people?
We pre-qualify people all the time, Wes. As a matter of fact, I love having them coming in here because when they come in and they pre-qualify, they can leave my office knowing exactly how much they can buy and have no worries.
Mark, tell me about your rates and pricing.
Well, Wes, this is something we're really, really proud of. Long story short is, I love being able to provide the best pricing in town. Honestly, I cannot tell you the last time I lost a deal to either rate or pricing, something I'm very proud of.
So what all financing options do you have, Mark?
We do several different things. If you're purchasing a home, we can handle the purchase. If you're wanting to refinance your home, of course, rates are at the lowest they've been in the last 3 years. We do a lot of refinancing. If you're building a home, we can handle the entire process from breaking ground to the final close.
Do you sleep with your phone?
Wes, if you want to reach me, you can call me at my office phone, which is 256-562-1000. But always remember, I sleep with my cell phone at night. That number is 256-656-5936.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is your big game headquarters all fall long. And with our new fall features, every day is game day at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Try our pregame starters, including our homemade onion strings, always fresh hot lips, and our all-new Buffalo Dippin' Chicken appetizer. Our main events include incredible chicken, fish, and shrimp selections, always featuring local Alabama Gulf seafood. And don't forget our Sunday Blitz, 11 to 6. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
Our latest zone deal is upon us. Log on to 977ESPN.com for Gunner's Landing. 2 rounds of golf for the price of 1, including a cart. Gunner's Landing is one of the Tennessee Valley's finest golf experiences. Just 35 minutes from downtown Huntsville, Gunner's Landing's 18-hole championship jewel is open to the public 7 days a week. Gunner's Landing offers you a golf experience like no other. Log on now, 977ESPN.com.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great-grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
Hi everybody, Eli Gold here. Right now, indoor air quality occupies top-of-mind awareness for families and business owners. Rick Smith and the trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems can take care of your indoor air quality concerns with their state-of-the-art indoor air quality solutions. Environmental Comfort's indoor air quality systems remove 99.9% of airborne contaminants so you and your family can breathe clean, fresh air. If anyone in your family suffers from allergies, or if you just want the security of knowing knowing the air you breathe inside your home is free from viruses, bacteria, pet dander, dust, and odors, Environmental Comfort Systems are the professionals to call. Environmental Comfort also carries state-of-the-art, high-efficiency comfort systems that increase home comfort, keep humidity in check, and help you save money on your energy bills. Give my friend Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and breathe cleaner air today. Environmental Comfort Systems, Alabama license number 92314.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky for your Friday afternoon. A couple of isolated showers are going to be possible during the heart of the afternoon, early into the evening. The best opportunity for rain across the Tennessee Valley is going to come Friday night and then very early into your Saturday morning. With that in mind, Friday overall is actually going to be a pretty decent day across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. Temperatures once again climbing into the lower 80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
He's bald, he's opinionated, and he's here.
You're morally reprehensible, vulgar, insensitive, selfish, stupid. You have no taste, a lousy sense of humor, and you smell.
Listen to Feinbaum, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
It is indeed a Pick 2 Friday, brought to you by Nick's Ristorante. Beautiful waxing moon rising above us here, high above Jack Mitchell Stadium on the campus of New Hope High School, getting ready for week 8 of the high school football campaign here this evening. We're already into the waning weeks of regular season play here in 2021. Couple lines open for you. Wes is back in the studio. I mentioned I'm here at New Hope. Download our app and check out Huntsville High football. They are over at Milton Frank Stadium as they will play host to the Florence Falcons in a big game that does have playoff implications. Austin Coletti and Drew DeArmond will be on the call for that one, as that broadcast roughly will start around 6:50-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. But it'll be over on Zone 2. Coming up on Zone 3 tonight at 9:30, no matter what, will be the North Alabama Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show. And if we hammered out all the bugs, which I'm hoping we did, over on Zone 4, Tom Abraham will have the call of Havoc Hockey tonight as they welcome in the Birmingham Bulls for their first game of what is season number 17 in the SPHL. Bama Bino kicks us off in our final segment in the 5 o'clock hour on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Bama Bino?
I'm okay. How's my two favorite broadcasters doing?
We're doing well. We appreciate that. Wasn't today your when your surgery
this
was
morning? Yes, sir. The doctor Hester said everything went well, and he did the scrape and had to put some cement in there. And I had a contusion and a cyst that they had to attend to. And he thinks it'll buy me a good bit of time before I have to have a replacement. And I was going to tell you, I've done real well with it, and I'm thankful to have you guys. And I want to say something on a lighter note. I just want to thank the good Lord for letting me live in a country that I have a mother that's still able to go and tend to her only son and able to do it, and I'm thankful for it. When I was flat on my back and in the hospital, and she done everything that I needed done. Brought me something to drink when I, finally could drink anything and couldn't drink anything after midnight. She bought my lunch, and I just think people need to thank the good Lord for what we have in this country, the ability to do, and we got so much more than people has in a lot of places, and I just want to tell you I'm thankful to live in an area that we're blessed with guys like you guys and the people I was around growing up, and I'm just so thankful for it.
appreciate the kind words, and that's well said and well put there, Bama Bino.
Okay, that's all I was going to say. And
you want to hop on pick 2?
Yeah, I'm going to pick Arkansas, and I'm going to pick Ole Miss. And is the Bama game against Mississippi State, are you wanting to know total points?
Nope, just Mississippi State. Just Mississippi
How much they're
State.
going to score? I'm going to say 16.
It is yours, Bama Bino.
That's just what I feel right now. And anyway, I'll let somebody call in, and I'll be listening to you on my app that I got, to where I don't have to get up and turn the station and all that. So I got it, man.
Perfect.
And,
Perfect.
I really love you guys, and I'm going to say go Red Devils and go Rams. And Steve, I know every time I come on, I talk about my team, but and I kind of shun you, but look, buddy, you've got a good team you're pulling for too.
Yeah.
And they've impressed me so far.
I hope we can see maybe that Alabama Georgia championship game that we've all been talking about since media days. So that'd be nice to see.
I think some of the guys are talking about trying to be a leader, and maybe had a heart to heart in the locker room, and maybe they're going to listen to the coach that they're improving their worth, even if they're not to focus on everything else. If they're going to go play pro ball, they're going to have to impress upon the people and do well against teams and win before their value goes up in. So they've got a good incentive to do it, and maybe we can. The two best teams in the SEC, I think, meet again. And Wes, I'm still going to send you a picture of Roger Graham. I talked to him again, his daddy again yesterday, and they said, you ought to know Roger, because his daddy was a preacher. But, you see his face and know who he is.
That was a long time ago, yeah. Send me a picture.
You see his face, and I guarantee you still recognize him. Him and Mike Bobo, both from my area.
Well, I remember Mike very well.
Yeah, he played
Fullback, yeah.
Yeah, he was a big, strong guy.
Yeah, the biggest mistake they didn't give him a scholarship, and they promised him a scholarship, so he quit. And that was the biggest mistake we had, because I think we ended up losing our fullback, and they were all hurt, and we were playing a guy about 175 pounds at fullback, and Mike Bobo could play. And
he could be 500 pounds nearly.
Yeah,
I think maybe later on after he was.
Well, but he was just a player. It doesn't matter what you know.
I know that he was strong.
Yeah, he was very strong, and he was just a good player anyway.
Yeah,
I hated that happened. I couldn't believe it when it happened. Actually,
I know who that guy was. I was talking about Scottsboro. I forgot to tell you, he played Scottsboro. We used to watch him too. Don Jacobs is actually from Sylvania. His dad was a Baptist preacher, and they moved to be a church in Scottsboro where he could get more recognition, because Sylvania at that time wasn't a 2A, and he wouldn't have got that much exposure. Don Jacobs, of course, I know he didn't play when you did, but you remember the name. At quarterback, later went to Alabama.
Of course, yes.
But, and Sammy Hood's from up in this area. Sammy Hood's from just above Henniger. Sammy Hood, and then Ben McCurdy was in that class. He went to Auburn. There was a lot of good athletes coming from this area. For it to be a small area. But anyway,
I hope you get to feeling better.
Guys, I love you, and God bless you.
Thanks
for
calling.
Bama Bino. Always love hearing from Bama Bino. We've only got about a few
Sammy
minutes.
and Ben McCurdy were both from Ider.
That'll wrap us up here, and we've got a short segment next. So if you want to hop on and we can play a lightning round to see how many phones can be answered by Smokey Mike, dial it up right now because we've only got about 5 minutes on the other side to take your phone calls before we re-rack a couple of interviews, preview both the Auburn and Alabama football games. And then don't forget, we got Friday Night Football, Week 8 of Friday Night Football. I'm at New Hope High School, getting ready for Madison Academy taking on the Indians of New Hope. And then we'll also have Huntsville High taking on Florence over on Zone 2. Austin Clutty, Drudy Armand on the call there. Download our app. They are on Zone 2.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary. But it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188. And you can email me at Dan, that is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
And on the WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Steve Lennox. Chris Sale, Framber Valdez, the scheduled starters tonight for Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Red Sox Astros coming up from Minute Maid Park in Houston. Coverage underway in 30 minutes with baseball tonight. Pregame show on ESPN Radio. First pitch set for just after 8 p.m. Eastern. Red Sox skipper Alex Cora on his bullpen and Sale and how they shape up for Game 1.
The structure of the series and the structure of our bullpen tomorrow is going to be we're going to be aggressive regardless, but I don't expect him to come out in the first inning. I expect him to go out there and pitch a good game and give us a chance to win. You got to trust everybody in this roster. We got 26 guys that they have to do the job for us to advance to the World Series, and he's one of them. And that's the reason he's pitching tomorrow, and then Nate will follow him.
Lance McCullers Jr. not on the Astros ALCS roster, dealing with right forearm tightness. Jake Odorizzi takes his place on Houston's roster. Cubs today hiring Carter Hawkins as the club's next general manager. Hawkins joining the Chicago Cubs from the Cleveland Indians. Seahawks have placed Russell Wilson on injured reserve. Wilson is going to miss at least 3 games after having finger surgery last Friday. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones expected to start Sunday against the LA Rams after he was cleared from the league's concussion protocol. Panthers without Christian McCaffrey again on Sunday. McCaffrey is going to miss his 3rd straight game with a hamstring injury. Eagles dropping to 2-4 with Thursday night's loss at home against the Buccaneers. Today, Eagles trading tight end to the Zach Ertz to the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals 5-0 on the road Sunday to face Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, what a weekend, and I'll be here talking about it all on Monday. The baseball playoffs, hot and heavy, all the college football, and a huge NFL Week 6. See you Monday. It's Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN+.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
Final call for phone calls. You got me, boys and girls. It is a Pick 2 Friday brought to you by Nick's Ristorante. And your final call for phone calls means I get to tell you your slate of SEC football games for Week 7 begins tomorrow morning on ESPN Television. Sean McDonough, Todd Blackledge, Molly McGrath will have Florida at LSU. Wes has been talking about how much of a beatdown that is going to be with all the guys that are out for the LSU Bengal Tigers. Also at 11 over on CBS, Noah Eagle, Aaron Murray and Rick Neuheisel. Jenny Dell will be along the sidelines for Auburn at Arkansas. Again, that is on CBS. Your third game is also kicking at 11 a.m. on the SEC Network with Taylor Zarzer, Matt Stinchcomb, and Alyssa Lang along the sideline with Texas A&M at Missouri. We'll see what kind of improvement we see out of Mizzou or the beatdown that I think that is going to occur with the Aggies there at Mizzou. 2:30 kick is the Undefeateds, the Battle of the Undefeateds with Kentucky at Georgia. That's on CBS with Brad and Gary. Or you could turn it down and download an app and listen to somebody else call the game. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on the SEC Network. It is Vanderbilt and South Carolina. Dave Neal, Deuce McAllister, Andrea Carter along the sideline. Bama kicks at 6 tomorrow. It's on ESPN television, or you can listen to the Crimson Tide Sports Network right here beginning at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock with the Game Day Tailgate Show with myself and Drudy Arman. Joe Tessitore, Greg McElroy, and Katie George on the call on ESPN. And the Saturday Night Crew on SEC Network with Tom Hart, Jordan Rogers, and some knucklehead along the sideline. Ole Miss is at Tennessee. So there you go. Joe, let's start off the lightning round with you, sir, on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Joe?
Well, I'm doing great, Steve. So you got...
Good. All right, let's get to it. Auburn at Arkansas.
I'm going to take Arkansas.
And Ole Miss travels to Tennessee.
Home team when you don't know who to pick.
All right. And then total points for Mississippi State tomorrow.
Just State.
Just State.
24.
It is not yours. I have 24 taken. I can do 23. I can do 25. I can do 26. I can do 21.
What about 28?
28 is yours.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe. Philip is on line 2. How are you, Philip?
I'm doing pretty good, Steve. How's it going?
Doing well. Doing well. Let's get into it. Auburn at Arkansas.
I'm gonna pick Auburn.
And Ole Miss at Rocky Top.
Ole Miss.
Total points for the Cowbells.
Let's see. Alabama. They're playing them at Mississippi State.
It's at Mississippi State. Yes, sir.
I'll take 30. Has that been taken?
It is yours.
Okay, Steve. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. Pizza Larry, take us home, brother.
All righty. I'll make it quick. Give me Arkansas, Tennessee, and 17.
You said Arkansas. I can't do 17. I can do 18.
18. Arkansas, Tennessee, and 18. And be safe on top of that press box today.
Hopefully I'm going to stay dry.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Steve.
Stay safe out there. That'll wrap us up. We'll re-rack some interviews on the other side, but we got high school football set to kick off here in about 53 minutes.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com. You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
Hi, everybody. Eli Gold here. Right now, indoor air quality occupies top-of-mind awareness for families and business owners. Rick Smith and the trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems can take care of your indoor air quality concerns with their state-of-the-art indoor air quality solutions. Environmental Comfort's indoor air quality systems remove 99.9% of airborne contaminants so you and your family can breathe clean, fresh air. If anyone in your family suffers from allergies, or if you just want the security of knowing the air you breathe inside your home is free from viruses, bacteria, pet dander, dust, and odors, Environmental Comfort Systems are the professionals to call. Environmental Comfort also carries state-of-the-art, high-efficiency comfort systems that increase home comfort, keep humidity in check, and help you save money on your energy bills. Give my friend Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and breathe cleaner air today. Environmental Comfort Systems, Alabama license number 92314.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked the reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Orange is the color power of construction, the color of Kubota and Huntsville Tractor and Equipment. Those who need to get things done trust Kubota's mini excavators, compact track loaders, and the best keeps getting better with the all-new mini compact loader from one of the top dealers in the country. More than 50 years of family service, every part in the book, and folks who know what to do with them. You'll be seeing orange with Huntsville Tractor and Equipment.
Come on, let's go to work.
A little trash talk during the game? Yeah, we get it. Trashing the state with litter? That's not a good call. Keep it clean. Put the brakes on litter. Keep Alabama beautiful. A message from AlDOT and Keep Alabama Beautiful. Keep Alabama Beautiful is a 501(c) nonprofit organization serving the state of Alabama and believes that everyone deserves to live in a clean and healthy environment. Their vision is a clean and beautiful Alabama.
Have you ever found exactly the right new car or truck with the exact features that you want and nothing else? Well, at Woody Anderson Ford, we can promise you just that. Hey, Bobby White back again, and you can now factory order your new Ford today, and you'll get your new car or truck exactly the way you want it. And there's no extra cost to custom order. Plus, you get $1,000 off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates. This applies to 2021 F-150, Explorer, Ranger, and Expedition. It's a win-win with a custom order at Woody Anderson Ford. You get the colors, the features, and the options that fit your life. Plus, you get notified when it's built, shipped, and ready to deliver. Listen, buying a new car or truck is likely the second largest investment you'll ever make. So why settle? Get exactly what you want with a custom factory order today. And get $1,000 off MSRP. See how at WoodyAndersonFord.com or at the corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
Everybody knows the fun begins when you get to the end zone, where you can enjoy half-price apps every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, half-price burgers every Tuesday, plus late-night pizza specials and a spectacular menu that includes jumbo wings, half-pound burgers, Tex-Mex, and an incredible selection of craft beer, and plenty of big-screen TVs. It's all happening at the end zone, 1851 University Drive, 2030 Cecil Ashburn at Jones Valley Station, and coming in early 2022, Mid-City End Zone at 1115 McMurtry next to the Target Shopping Center.
Taking a drag, now they're going to bed, and my stomach is sick, and
Welcome back to this Friday edition of The Drive. Be sure and download our app. Just go to your Google Marketplace or your Apple Store and search 977 ESPN. Later on tonight will be Madison Academy taking on New Hope. Also, don't forget over on Zone 2, it'll be Huntsville High taking on Florence. And beginning at 9:30 tonight on Zone 3, no matter what, will be the North Alabama Scoreboard Show. Scott and Chad will get you up to date Week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Going to re-rack a couple of interviews that we had from earlier in the week, including Rick Neuheisel will be on the call tomorrow morning on CBS between Auburn and Arkansas. We'll also preview the Alabama-Mississippi State matchup with a conversation Wes and I had earlier in the week with Matt Wyatt. Plus, well, we'll start things off with my conversation with Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel, as the Vols remain a slight underdog at home to Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss Rebels. How would you evaluate your wide receiver core? I don't mean just running routes and catching balls, but I also mean blocking for the run game as well. Overall, how would you say the wide receiver room is doing?
Like the growth that we've seen from the wide receiver position from where we started in week 1 to who they are now. You've seen, Bayless has been playing more inside than outside here the last couple of weeks. A little bit of a change from how things started. I think they continue to improve, and that's in every area. They improve in their on-field practice habits. They've improved in their consistency as a wide receiver, recognizing coverage, sitting in the right spot, getting open, defeating man press, being in sync with the quarterback. They've done a really good job in the things that we're asking them to do to block down the football field as well in the run game. So a lot of our runs have perimeter tags on them too, and I thought they've done a really good job in blocking for those plays. Those are really an extension of the run game for us. Those are physical plays. Those guys continue to improve in all those areas.
Well, we pay so much attention on the quarterback position, and certainly Hendon has played at a high level the last couple of weeks. And I do wonder of how much maybe Joe made Hendon a little better than what he is, make him, that level of competition to make somebody better. How much would you say that competition between Hendon and Joe has helped both guys?
Competition inside of your building, inside of your position group, is the most important thing you have as a coach, because it is the greatest motivating factor for them. It pushes them when they're on the practice field. It pushes them when they're in the meeting room. You're constantly in a competitive environment, but it also pushes them when you're not around as a coach, and forces them to make good, smart, right decisions when they're not around you. And I think we use the phrase "iron sharpens iron" around here, and the strength of one position group can never just be one guy. I think they've found ways to make each other better. That's in competing with each other, but it's also in supporting each other, too. They do a great job of helping each other out during the course of the week of preparation, too.
He is a good friend of the program. He is Coach Rick Neuheisel. How are you, Coach?
I am well. En route to the airport as we speak. You're absolutely I was wondering if you were my travel agent. Sounds like you know what the heck's going on.
I'll take credit for it, Coach.
He's like Radar O'Reilly.
Exactly.
What was your impressions of Auburn last weekend against a very good Georgia team?
Well, Auburn was unable to establish a running game. And if you can't run against Georgia, you're going to be in for a long day, given the ability for those defenders to come at you like waves on a beach. They're so deep. Their depth is off the charts, and their athleticism is just, to die for. So it was going to be a long afternoon, and it didn't help that Auburn dropped a bunch of passes. You got to make the plays that are there to be made. And, it made Bo Nix's day look worse than it probably was, but Bo's also got to help that team by climbing into the pocket rather than turning and headed in the other direction, putting everybody in the stands on cardiac alert.
So, when you look at Auburn, their offensive line, I think, has played better than I thought they would. They seem to have improved greatly from last year.
Auburn is averaging 6 yards a carry. I mean, that's an unusual number at this point in the season. I mean, this is a team that knows what they're doing running the football. Now, they just ran into the most stifling defense we've seen in recent memory. But this is a really good running team. They've got 2 rushers. I think there's only 2 teams in the country that have 2 runners that have got over 450 yards at this point, the other one being Michigan. But Bigsby and Hunter are big-time players, and they have to figure out a way to get both those guys going. And one of the ways to do it is much of what their opponent does this week is to get their quarterback's legs involved. Yep. And it's clear that Bo Nix is athletic enough to run football, and I think they probably can afford to do that more.
Well, and you mentioned Arkansas, and boy, are they reeling after what felt like an arena football game more than a college football game there in Oxford, as it was a game of survivor more than anything, Coach. It just that was a fun game to watch from a fan perspective. I'm not sure if that was a fun game to coach.
Well, you know the SEC slogan, it just means more. That particular game, both those offenses had over 600 yards, which was more than the entire Penn State-Iowa game combining the 2 offenses. So when they say it just means more, there you go. 52-51. Yeah, that was the disappointment if you're a Razorback fan is the 2-point play. Just nothing materialized. It looked like a heave and hope at the end of the play, and there just wasn't anything. But you give Mississippi a lot of credit for having the right call.
Yeah. So how do you see this matchup?
It's really even. You look at their defenses; they're both kind of right there in the 30 to 37 mark in the country. You look at their offenses; they both are averaging over 200 yards in both running and passing. They're both balanced. Their time of possession is right down the middle. I mean, this game is going to go to the team that makes the fewest mistakes. If there is one glaring thing, it's that Arkansas gives up 180 yards on the ground per average. If they give up that kind of yardage to Auburn can make them bleed, and they could extend what has been a 5-game winning streak for the Tigers.
Arkansas plays that 3-man front just like Ole Miss does, and it's just the spread front. Do they not change that when they play a team that really doesn't run much of the spread?
Well, they're going to get to their gaps. They're just not going to get to them as quickly as if they had their hands in the ground. But if you look at their 3 linebackers, they have 3 of the top 34 tacklers in the country in Bumper Pool and Drew Morgan and the Henry kid. Yeah. So, I mean, this has been really kind of amazing is how quickly those guys stay sick'em and then go get the ball carrier. So, but running the running defense is going to be the key to Arkansas winning this game.
Something that I chime in on the SEC teleconference every week, Coach, and something that just kind of piqued my curiosity was Mike Leach talking about the impact super seniors are having this year in college football, maybe kind of a false positive on where these programs are. But I say that to mention about these super seniors that are at Arkansas, specifically along that defensive line, that are making an impact this year for the Hogs.
The way rosters have been put together in 2021 has been so wildly different than ever before, and it may be exactly why we're getting so many results that are having us scratch our heads. We have, as you point out, super seniors, kids that have already played 4 and 5 years but are getting to play again because last year didn't count. I always said that when they made that decision, it was going to be like parking planes on a runway. Where are all the kids that are supposed to be coming up from high school going to fit? And that is, this year they gave super seniors, they didn't count against the roster, but from the years going forward, they will. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough ride for some of these kids trying to get to the collegiate ranks. But for this year, teams like SMU, like Arkansas, are using super seniors. They're using the transfer portal, and they are finding ways to augment their rosters. lickety-split rather than having to do it through freshman recruiting or junior college recruiting.
Yeah, I just...
So next year, they just go back to 85.
Yep.
Yep, they go back to 85, but kids that were sophomores a year ago are sophomores again today. The quarterback at Texas A&M, Zach Calzada, I made my player of the game for Inside College Football for CBS Sports Network, but he wasn't allowed to come and talk to us on the media because he's still a freshman. And I looked, he's going to graduate in December. And he's been there for 3 years, but he's still a freshman. So that tells you how much room there is for kids coming out of high school.
Well, he'll be a doctor by the time he graduates.
He'll be able to throw a touchdown pass and then deliver a baby at halftime.
That's the truth.
It's just this matchup, getting back to Auburn, Arkansas, we can talk about Bo Nix and KJ and all these matchups, but it's really just, I just think a fascinating matchup more than anything, Coach, of just when you break it down by numbers, it's one thing, but even the head coaches, it's interesting the tie, which has a CBS tie into it if I can go there, with Houston Nutt coaching up at Boise and had some guy on his roster by the name of Brian Harsin. So it is kind of fascinating to see how this all kind of melds together for this matchup.
Well, you're exactly right. Houston will be in my seat in the studio while I'm calling the action here. And you're right. Houston did have a little brief time there at Boise before heading off to Arkansas. And so he's going to be familiar with both Brian Harsin and certainly how the Razorbacks are putting this thing together. Both these teams are 4-2. The Razorbacks are still in the top 25. A win in this game would put Auburn back in the top 25. So lots to play for. Sam Pittman in year 2 of his tenure there in Fayetteville. Harsin in year 1 in Auburn. And you wonder if he's just really trying to get his culture indoctrinated more so than worry about, just trying to get wins. When you're trying to make sure guys are towing the line, doing things the way you want them to do them, sometimes you'll sacrifice your best chance to win on a particular week because a player has to sit down and learn how you want things done. So it'll be fascinating to watch this game. What's interesting, think about this, guys. Arkansas has not played a home game since they beat Texas.
Yeah.
You remember all the fans pouring onto the field there in Fayetteville after they put up 335 yards rushing against the Longhorns. They haven't been in a home game there. It was a home game against A&M when they played them in Arlington, but that was in Texas. Then they've been on the road for 2 weeks. So it's been a month since they'll be back there. I'm sure their fans will be excited to see him and are going to be trying to pull to end this 5-game losing streak to Auburn.
So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the studio or at the game, calling the game?
I love them both. I want to do both. I want to be like Calzada. I want to be the doc at halftime, and I want to throw touchdowns, man. It's a thrill. I'm fortunate that my boss has let me do a little bit of both. And to be on the call with Aaron Murray and Noah Eagle is a cool thing. But I'll be looking forward to getting back with Brian and Adam when they get me back there on the 23rd for a big game again for CBS.
Finally, Coach, how do you size up the Georgia-Kentucky game? Is it as lopsided as Vegas would have us believe?
I think that number is that way because Kentucky, surprisingly, and I just learned this week, is one of the worst teams in the country in turnover margin.
Yeah.
When you look and see, I think they're like -5 on the year. So as you're going into Sanford Stadium and you see what happened to Arkansas when they went in there, and you wonder about that noise and the stemming defense that jumps around and tries to confuse the offensive line and the ability for that up front to communicate and all that noise, you can imagine where some of those turnovers might rear their ugly head and get the dog and the dog fans frenetic. So I'm going to lean Georgia in this game, and it's a pretty heavy lean.
Coach, safe travels to you. Always appreciate the time, and we'll certainly be tuned in Saturday morning. Early wake-up call for you, I would imagine, there in Fayetteville. Talking with Matt White right now on the Neighbors Wealth Management hotline.
When we went empty, they did something special. They did a check, and they did it the first half, and then they did it in the second half. I'm thinking, we got them now, right? They did the same thing. We didn't get anybody. They got us again. What were they doing? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Specifically against empty, because, Alabama will do that some, but they usually are going to put a back on the field, and they can give you an empty look, even getting a back out of a backfield as opposed to just lining up in empty. But, the reason that you would do that some in a game where you're already getting pressure is you just force the defense to go ahead and declare a little bit early. If we line up in 4 wides, 5 wides, or, if we're in 5 wides, what they have to do is they just have to go ahead and tell me how many people they're kind of dedicating to this coverage, depending on what you want to do. And that, what you're touching on, too, leads you to some of those questions about not running the football once they got down there close.
Absolutely.
And that's part of it, especially in a game where you're not blocking them, where they're confusing you, they're rotating coverage. When you get down there in that scoring area, even more so, it leads you to think, line up, give it to the big guy, and let him see if he can carry somebody in the end zone. I was surprised they didn't do that.
Very much. You're talking to somebody was very surprised. Given the fact that Mississippi State beat them the week before, Alabama goes and gets upset in a game. Really, they were outplayed on both sides of the ball. Are you surprised Mississippi State's such a big dog in this? Because I was.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised at all. The rosters are on different sides of the Grand Canyon. Alabama should not lose, period. Recruiting is very meaningful, obviously. And I looked it up the other day. If you look at the last 3 recruiting classes, 19, 20, and 21, you can't go back to 2018 for Alabama because all those guys are already in the NFL. Waddle and all those guys. Yeah. So 19, 20, and 21, in those 3 classes, 4- and 5-star signees combined, Bama has signed 70. 19, 20, 21. Mississippi State has signed 16 4- and 5-stars in those same 3 years.
Wow.
So I really do appreciate how, everyone looks at it, and we're looking at X's and O's and the fact that, State's at home and all that. But listen, these rosters aren't comparable in the whole. Now, I know you can only put 11 on the field at a time, and that closes that gap a little bit. But when you look at straight personnel, Alabama should not lose this game.
Talking with Matt White right now on the Neighbors Wealth Management hotline, and so much was made of what happened up there at the Liberty Bowl against Memphis, and then the turnaround and loss at home to LSU. What contributed in both of those games? I know the referees have taken a beating for what happened in the Memphis game, but the LSU game in particular, what happened in that contest?
It is just big-time inconsistency on offense. That's what you chalk that up to. And if y'all were to, have time to sit down and, watch every snap of every game, starting with that first game of the year, you'd come away with, at times you would go, wow, look at them go. Look how explosive they are. And then you'll go, what's wrong with them? You go 2-3 series, are they asleep? Have they practiced? It has been, at times this year for that offense, just wildly inconsistent, okay? And, fans get tired of hearing Mike Leach say consistency, but he's just telling them the truth. That's kind of the only thing that's separating them. So, for instance, you look, they hosted NC State early in the year, pretty good football team. Well, that was State's most complete game. They didn't have turnovers, and they were consistent on offense for 4 quarters, and the game was really not nearly as close as the score might indicate. It was not a close game. They kind of dominated the game. Well, then you turn around and you play Memphis and LSU, and neither one of those teams should have beat you, period. But because you went on these long stretches of offensively, you just went to sleep, and you couldn't be consistent, that allowed those teams to hang around. So what we saw in that win at Texas A&M, I thought was a pretty significant step forward from the quarterback position on the offensive line. I mean, listen, Will Rogers didn't even get his jersey dirty against A&M in that venue at A&M. And like the only time he got on the ground is he ran one time and slid, and they never touched him in pass pro. They were really good, and they just went up and down the field and kind of controlled the football when they had to, outside of a couple of drives in the fourth quarter when A&M stepped up and got some stops. So I feel like that consistency is coming. They're not there yet, but they're getting closer.
Defensive strategies, how uniform are you seeing the defensive strategies, barring that first win last year at LSU? Is pretty much everybody pretty uniform on how they defend the air raid?
They really are, Steve, and that's the thing for me. Like, I am fascinated to see what Nick Saban is going to try to do defensively. Because, one, he's a defensive genius. Two, they're super motivated, obviously. And he's got the personnel, right, to do some stuff maybe that other teams haven't tried. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I cannot wait to see what he's going to try to do because, listen, I'm tired of seeing it, too, from the radio booth. It's the same thing every week. Every defense is they rush 3 and they drop 8 in zone coverage. It's either single high, cover 3, some version, or 2 high. Mm-hmm. And what Will has been doing is just, nickel and dime people to death and then finally figuring out when to take those deep shots. And he's checking more at the line of scrimmage to runs. When teams have jumped into man-to-man, they've pretty consistently beaten it. Whether it was the first game last year against LSU or A&M. A&M tried to man-to-man them as they got, into the red zone, and State beat them, threw it over their head. So I'm really excited to see, what is Alabama going to draw up? Do they think their corners can line up and play man without getting beat? That's going to be kind of the chess match going on Saturday night.
Finally, let's head back to some Braves talk to close out the conversation. So, how do you think it's lining up? Just pitching staff-wise, the bullpen has been unbelievably rock solid since late July into August. I've been thoroughly impressed with Jesse Chavez, with Luke Jackson. I won't say Will Smith. I'm not going there. But it was somewhat comforting to see him close it out last night.
Yeah, to see him close it out. They've just gotten contributions throughout, haven't they? And I mean, you're naming guys who are contributing who you didn't when they signed them, you didn't think they were going to be contributing the way they are. Yeah. Some of those guys in a pen, and it just I don't know if it's a chemistry thing or what, but they just seem to have found a competitiveness throughout that bullpen. You like what you have, and guys Freed and those other guys are going to start ball games for you. Yeah, and as long as Freddie's in the middle of your lineup and Peterson's there for a pinch hit homer or two, anything can happen.
What a cool moment for Freddie last night. I mean,
incredible.
I mean, as humble as he is, that was really cool to see, and even cooler to see Charlie, his kid, in the front row of the press conference, looking at all the reporters asking questions.
Yeah, it was fantastic, right? And, I mean, it just couldn't have happened to anybody else that would have made it any better. It's just a guy like that deserves it. And like you say, I mean, teams, if you're going to pull one off and overachieve, you got to have somebody in the middle of that thing who is sort of the guy, the glue, and he's just it. Yeah. He drives that train. I'm excited to watch him.
Yeah, well, it'll be rocking there Saturday night in Starkville. Thanks so much for the time, and always appreciate the insight, sir.
All right, boys. Thank y'all.
That's Matt Wyatt.
AVIQ. Who is AVIQ? AVIQ is audiovisual the intelligent way, where we put our IQ to work for your AV needs. With more than 100 years combined experience in audio, video, and automation, our team of experts is dedicated to one thing: helping you discover technological solutions that make your home special. Once you experience a game or a movie on one of our state-of-the-art home theater systems, you may never leave the house again. AVIQ can build the entire system for you or provide the quality components if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But AVIQ is more than just home theater and state-of-the-art sound systems. We offer a variety of control options for home technology. Energy efficiency, heightened security, and improved quality of life are all attainable through the automation of home systems. Intuitive and user-friendly control is our main priority in designing a system that meets your needs. Don't just take our word for it. You need to see it to believe it. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art showroom on University, just east of Jim and Nick's, across from AT&T, or visit aviqhsv.com.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Drinking coffee straight from the pot. Power move. Wearing a bathrobe to work. Power move. Switching to super fast, extra reliable internet from WOW. Power move. Switch and save with WOW Internet for just $19.99 a month. It's switching season, so make a move with our best deal of the year. For a limited time, get Internet 100 with no contracts for just $19.99 a month. Plus, get a 2-year price lock and the first month free. Make the switch at WowA.com today. Wow. Limited to new customers with autopay and paperless billing. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
Gunner's Landing is one of the Tennessee Valley's finest golf experiences. Just 35 minutes from downtown Huntsville, Gunner's Landing's 18-hole championship Jewel is open to the public 7 days a week. Located in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, Gunner's Landing offers you a golf experience like no other. With beautiful Lake Gunnersville views throughout the round, Gunner's Landing is golf the way nature intended. Gunner's Landing's Club Repair Shop offers a full range of services, including re-gripping and adjusting the lofts and lies of your clubs, even putters. Since the work is done in-house, your clubs will be returned to you in a timely manner. Unmatched in the North Alabama area, it is Gunner's Landing. Schedule your tee time today at gunnerslandinggolf.com. That's gunnerslandinggolf.com.
Have you ever found exactly the right new car or truck with the exact features that you want and nothing else? Well, at Woody Anderson Ford, we can promise you just that. Hey, Bobby White back again, and you can now factory order your new Ford today, and you'll get your new car or truck exactly the way you want it. And there's no extra cost to custom order. Plus, you get $1,000 off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates. This applies to 2021 F-150, Explorer, Ranger, and Expedition. It's a win-win with a custom order at Woody Anderson Ford. You get the colors, the features, and the options that fit your life. Plus, you get notified when it's built, shipped, and ready to deliver. Listen, buying a new car or truck is likely the second largest investment you'll ever make. So why settle? Get exactly what you want with a custom factory order today. And get $1,000 off MSRP. See how at WoodyAndersonFord.com or at the corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
This is Eli Gold of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. A new contract and expanded playoffs with the same results. Listen to Alabama football on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it, or I can use it for good.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right? You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Slips through one tackle, still on his feet, breaking tackle, 40, 45, 50. Johnson in a foot race to the 45, breaking another tackle, 30, to the 25, to the 20, still on his feet, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's gone! Touchdown, Auburn! How about that? Rudy Johnson for 70 yards.
Back to throw Cockrell. Cockrell looking. Cockrell's going to throw a bomb downfield. Where will he go? This one will be touchdown! Big arm!
What I do today is very important because I'm exchanging a day of my life for it. I came up here and moved back hurting this morning. I'm saying that for a day of my life. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone. Forever.
Ha tratado de tomar la banda. Solamente queda el pateador. Y se lo está llevando. No ha pisado fuera. Se va a escapar hasta... Touchdown, Alabama!
56-yarder. Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Riddle makes the grab 5, angles right 3, 2, 1, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown with 26 seconds to go.
And make his ass quit.
I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in there. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Man, dude, fast. Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Fast. You, George Foreman, all you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you, I know you got him. Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Straight back to pass. Going deep. Throwing it down the far sideline. And it is caught for a touchdown. Devontae Smith wins the national championship. Down the left sideline and wide open behind the defense. One true freshman to another. A beautiful throw. A clutch catch. And Alabama is the national champion in overtime. 26-23 over Georgia.
He's got time up the middle. Intercepted at the 32, at the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's in. Touchdown, Auburn!
Never give in. Never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
You know, it's kind of like my dad used to tell me, you know, when I used to go to work at the station, my girlfriend broke up with me, so I was treating the customers bad. And he said, "What's wrong with you today?" And I said, "My girlfriend broke up with me." He said, "Well, you know, you got one problem, but if you keep treating the customers bad, you're going to have two more. I'm going to fire you, and then I'm going to whip your ass for getting fired. So you're not going to have a girlfriend, you're not going to have a job, all right, and you're going to get your tail whipped."
I want it to be gain, not loss, good, not evil, success, not failure, in order that I shall not forget the price I paid for it.
It's time for Madison Academy Mustang Football. Mustang Football on 97.7 The Zone is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore, McDaniel & McDaniel, Attorney at Law, Rosenblum Realty, the finest services for residential sales and leasing, property management and commercial sales and leasing in Huntsville, Alabama, Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated since 1978. We service what we sell. And by University Kia. We want to see you in a Kia. Now, let's head to the field.
In
that first drive where Madison County took advantage of some things that we didn't do. We didn't execute. Got those corrected, and I liked the poise that our guys continue to play with. I liked kind of the tenacity that we played with. I felt like we were trying to be physical in a good way, and just kind of responded to the challenge and took control of the game and answered offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game for the most part. Every obstacle or adverse moment that came about, and that's that was pleasing.
That was this week of practice.
We'll have to go with okay again. As you mentioned, we're in week 8 now. Things at this point began to get a little older. You begin to kind of be peaking over toward the playoffs and things of that nature. So, I think we got accomplished what we would like to. But honestly, if we'd had a great week of practice, I'd be as concerned as I am now, because I'd be concerned about peaking too early. You're going to have, regardless of what you do, you're going to have some ups and downs through the season. And typically the team that peaks at the right time is the one that stays in it the longest. So hopefully, with us, as we're still kind of forming our team, identity, and I hope that just continues to grow and helps us peak out at the right time.
At what point do you kind of, where practices aren't as physical now that we're into week 8 and the playoffs are looming, Coach?
Exactly. We're at a point now where we're kind of scaling some things back a little bit, and we're really trying hard to work on ourselves. We always do that. We always have a game plan. We always have, things that we work on as far as the other team is concerned. But, through that, it's all really about us doing what we need to do. So we feel like that's how you improve. You try to add some wrinkles here and there to kind of keep their interest peaked, to have some go-tos, because everybody's seen what you've been doing all year, that type thing, some change-ups. So, but you want to be good at something, and to be good at something, you have to practice it a lot. And sometimes we get tired of that, practicing it a lot. So, but we are scaling it back a little, and we'll continue to do that. But at the same time, there's certain things that we have to get done.
You say wrinkles, I immediately think Mario Brewer offensively. That was a wrinkle.
Well, it is. Mario's a guy that, it doesn't matter where you put him, he just makes plays. And, people keep trying him because he's a smaller guy, and he made 2 just, fabulous plays defensively, setting the edge. Of course, that was set up by K.D. Cherry, who played it very well and kind of dumped it right there to Mario. And those are the type things, with K.D. doing what he was supposed to do and Mario being where he was supposed to be, those are the kind of things that we want to continue to see grow and to get better, where